the reason why this job is so challenging and working in conservation is so challenging is because one never stops learning. And I've certainly learned some harsh lessons along the way. And there's one story that always sticks in my mind because it was a very good lesson. And it was many years ago, we used to dart black rhino on foot in order to notch them, mark their ears for identification. And in this particular instance, I approached 3 black rhino that were lying in a very thick thicket. It was a difficult stalk. And eventually, I got a dart into the rump of the rhino I thought was the right one. And we also used horses to follow up. So we got into horseback and we were following up on the spoor. And shortly thereafter, we came across a black rhino lying on its chest, just in the sun. And a couple of things went through my mind. Number one, I realized I'd underestimated the weight. I thought I'd darted a sub-adult. This happened to be an adult. And the other thing was it had gone down remarkably quickly, but I put that down to the fact that the dart might have nicked a vein, and we had a bit of intravenous injection. And we dismounted, and I cautiously approached the rhino with a towel to cover its eyes. And I got to within about 10 meters of it when I just saw its nostrils flare, and the rhino just exploded. And for a few seconds, chaos reigned. I saw people scattering in all directions. I was obviously also trying to find cover. The horses bolted. I saw an assault rifle being thrown up into the air. I saw someone's knapsack going up into the air, and it was tense. And I think the only reason I got away was because the rhino was just too confused with so many things happening around it. Didn't know who to target. And anyway, to cut a long story short, we eventually found the right rhino and did what we had to do. But I realized afterwards that this rhino was completely deaf, and it wasn't something that I've ever forgotten, because I've subsequently found rhino that are also deaf. And one has to be extremely cautious about approaching these sort of animals when they've only got 2 senses available to them. They can be very dangerous, especially in dense bush.